The newest episode of Adventure Timey Fionna and Cake Season 2 takes the story into a deeper and more emotional place, especially with the serious situation happening in Who. The original Adventure Time universe has always mixed fun, adventure, and emotional drama, but this series takes all of that and adds a fresh multiversal twist. Season 2, which released in late 25, he continues to explore alternate worlds, magical rules, personal trauma, and the consequences of desperate choices. Episode 4 becomes one of the most intense chapters because it pushes Simon into a corner where he feels like he has to return to the one thing he never wanted to face again, dark magic. His fear, guilt, and desperation to save Finn create an ending that feels both heartbreaking and terrifying, showing how far Simon is willing to go when someone he loves needs help. The episode begins by reminding us that Finn is still in a fragile and dangerous condition. Since the end of season 1, Finn has been stuck in a sort of stasis, not dead, but also not fully alive. It is like time has paused for him and his body is too weak to recover on its own. Princess Bubblegum has tried everything with science, magic, spells, and cosmic energy to stabilize him, but none of it has worked. The only option she sees now is to go to Prismo, the Master of Wishes. Many characters in the Adventure Time universe know that Prismo's wish magic can change reality in an instant, and for PB, this feels like the last hope. She gathers the crown jewels, brings Marceline and Simon with her, and travels into Prismo's dimension. Even at the start of the episode, you can see the tension on everyone's face because they know this might be the only chance to save Finn. Prismo, however, reveals something that instantly crushes their hope. He explains that his wish dazzle, which is basically the cosmic energy that powers his wish-granting abilities, is gone. Temporarily, he cannot grant any wish, not even a small one, let alone the kind of massive reality-changing wish needed to heal Finn. Prismo tries to explain that the multiverse has been unstable, his energy has been burnt out, and the system simply cannot recharge fast enough. This moment hits Simon the hardest. He becomes frantic and emotional, begging Prismo again and again to find a loophole or a backup plan. He even asks if Prismo can borrow power from somewhere else or use a wish from a different universe. But nothing works. Prismo keeps telling them the truth. The wish magic is gone and he is powerless. Simon has always carried guilt over everything that happened during his years as the Ice King. His past mistakes, even the ones done under the crown's influence, still haunt him. So when he looks at Finn lying in a state between life and death, everything inside him snaps. He cannot lose Finn, he cannot fail one more person, and he cannot sit and watch while everyone else remains helpless. That inner pressure leads him to remember something he would never touch again, a magical artifact called the demonic wishing eye. This object is not normal magic. It is twisted, unpredictable, and connected to the same type of dark power that once consumed Simon and transformed him into the Ice King. Going near that kind of power again is dangerous not just for him, but for everyone in the multiverse. Still, Simon decides to go to the Ice Kingdom in search of the Eye. The journey feels heavy and painful for him because the Ice Kingdom carries memories of both love and tragedy. When he arrives, he finds that the demonic wishing eye is being guarded by a bizarre creature called the Ice Thing, which is basically a mutated version of Gunther. This creature is weird, dramatic, and oddly obsessed with making people watch his drum solo. Simon does not argue much, probably because he is too desperate to care. He just stands there, silently waiting to get the artifact. Finally, the Ice Thing hands him the demonic wishing eye. This moment is quiet but extremely powerful. Simon holds the eye like he is holding a loaded weapon. He knows what happened the last time he messed with dark magic. He knows how close he came to losing his identity, his sanity, and everything he loved. But he also believes that Finn deserves to be saved at any cost. The last scene of the episode shows Simon gripping the eye, his face full of fear and determination. It becomes clear that he plans to make an emergency wish, even though he has no idea what the consequences will be. The magic inside the eye could harm him, pull him back into madness, warp reality, or unleash forces that no one can control. But as far as Simon is concerned, none of that matters if it means giving Finn a chance to live. This cliffhanger puts both Simon and Finn's fate in danger and sets up one of the biggest turning points in the season. While Simon's storyline forms the emotional and dramatic core of episode 4, the rest of the episode balances heavy moments with humor, world building, and character exploration. Huntress Wizard's storyline takes us back to her fairy tale-like origin. She was once a small, vulnerable child raised by a hunter who loved and protected her. A tragic fire killed her adoptive father, but she was reborn as a tiny plant creature in Fionna's alternate world. Her survival scenes are both cute and touching, showing her trying to adapt, find food, and slowly grow back into her humanoid form. It is only when Fionna feeds her that she fully returns to her original body. The food acts like a magical trigger, unlocking memories of Finn, and her duty to return to the heart of the forest. She believes this place is the key to getting back to but she collapses before she can reach it, leaving her fate unknown. Fionna's side of the episode is much more grounded and human, focusing on her emotional exhaustion and personal mess. She spends the entire day chasing memories of her ex-boyfriend DJ Flame. The episode uses flashbacks to show the highs and lows of their relationship. She visits old locations where they once spent time together, trying to remember why things ended and what she lost. But the timing is terrible because she is supposed to attend a parks department meeting for her job. She misses it completely because she is too lost in her thoughts. She then runs into DJ Flame's new girlfriend, which makes everything more awkward and painful. When she returns home, she finds an eviction notice, meaning she might lose her apartment too. Fionna's day becomes a perfect storm of emotional chaos. Cake provides the comic relief in the episode. She gets a call to appear as a cameo on Cheers, but the set turns out to be inside a literal tiny box. The producers want her to stretch and transform into a dragon-like shape for the scene, but she is uncomfortable being typecast as a creature instead of being treated like a real character. She tries to go along with it, but ends up accidentally destroying the entire set in panic. She runs away, leaving everyone confused and angry. All three storylines crash together at the end, creating a mood of disaster in both worlds. Huntress Wizard collapses while trying to reach the heart of the forest. Fionna loses her phone, her job opportunity, and her home. Cake is embarrassed and frustrated after ruining her cameo. And Simon, in the most chilling scene of the episode, stands alone with the demonic wishing eye, ready to make a choice that could bring Finn back or destroy everything around him. The ending of Fionna and Cake Season 2, Episode 4 becomes one of the biggest emotional cliffhangers of the show so far. It leaves viewers questioning whether Simon's decision will save Finn or collapse reality. Simon has always been a tragic character, and his decision to use the eye feels like history repeating itself. But it also shows his love and loyalty. He is willing to sacrifice everything if it means Finn gets another chance. Episode 4 builds a perfect balance of humor, heartbreak, magic, and tension, creating a chapter that pushes every main character into a crisis. The multiverse is unstable, emotions are out of control, and magic is slipping into dangerous territory. As the episode ends, the story hints that the next chapter may bring huge consequences, not just for Finn and Simon, but for every world connected to them. The tension, fear, and emotional weight make this one of the most unforgettable episodes of the season, and fans are now waiting eagerly to see what happens next.